Hi, it's Christian, founder at carotul.com. We are the CCIE leaders, and today I'm going to show you the difference between all the CCIE courses available on the market and our unique Zero to CCIE program. So first of all, let's start from the very beginning. What you find out there is old. You'll find information old at least, when you're lucky, 2-3 years. But look very well and you will find really the old CCIE blueprint, and basically no one dared to work at the new Cisco blueprint, or at least no one was able to prepare the new CCIE journey updated at 2021. We are the only ones who spent 1 year, day and night, to prepare the new CCIE version. And if you don't know us yet, we are completely different from all the others, because also from the technical point of view, we provide only full information, meaning not some information and then we tell you, now it's your time, do the work. No, we provide you everything from the very beginning until the end, CCIE level. With us, you'll get CCIE Enterprise. But here, what we are doing this time is something completely different from the past, because after 1 year of intense work building the new CCIE program, we said, we are the only ones with this. We don't want to give you only this, because we believe that the issues students face are not only technical, especially when it comes to CCIE. Is not only technical. And during the pandemic, we understood this even more, because honestly, generally we are probably, as you know already, a physical school. People come to our school in Thailand to make 2 or 3 months of CCIE, 8 hours per day in our class. But during the pandemic, this was not possible anymore. So we were lucky enough to have already the online courses available. Was a choice we made a few years ago, and was a very lucky choice, because not only we were able to keep the business up and running, but we had an explosion of people. They realized that was the time to study CCNA, CCNP, and CCIE with us. And especially at the moment where everything is moving online, people have a look at the salary. Just Google, how is CCIE at the moment? How is the trend for CCIE? And you will see the response is clear, high demand. And when people tells you that it's finished, everything is over, is really rubbish. They don't have an understanding. It's not their fault. It's just they are ignorant. They don't have an understanding about what's going on. Everything is moving online. And if these people told to you about automation, just understand that automation means that if before you had 1 client, now you can have 10. So imagine your quotation on the market. And there is only one possibility here. When we talk about IT, is the only sector that doesn't suffer in this situation. Why? Because everything is moving online. So in this situation, there is real need of Cisco CCIE engineers, and that's the reason why we decided to build this new program, Zero to CCIE 2021. And I'm really proud to present it, because this is, for the first time available in the world, we are going to break this program down in small pieces so that everyone can get it. And not only everyone can get it, but everyone can get it starting from zero. Even if you don't have an idea about what I'm talking about, if you make a decision, a committed decision to join this program, you can arrive at CCIE level. So I would recommend, first of all, make a small search, try to understand what's the CCIE if you are not already in this sector, and check the salaries, of course, check the opportunities, check like if you are looking for a work and you have already the CCIE. I really recommend to do this also to my students. Try to do that. First of all, you say, okay, I have the CCIE, I look for a job. What I have, what is available for me? And check and look You can even modify your CV and double checking what's the response from the industry, and you will be amazed. You'll know what I'm talking about. So your opportunities with this CCIE are huge. The thing is how to arrive there, and how to arrive there from zero with a new model. So first of all, this is a perfect moment to decide to get a CCIE, because Cisco just made a change. So at the moment, we expect this new version to be stable for a very long time, and so we don't have the risk to make a huge amount of study, arriving there, and then we understand that Cisco wants to change the blueprint, because it will take years before the blueprint will change. The second reason is the new technologies introduced by Cisco in the new blueprint are crucial. So the old CCIE engineers don't have an understanding about these new technologies. But you study now. You have the advantage. You can arrive there fast with very strong and solid foundation, as I will show you soon, and you can get really the new jobs because you have knowledge about the new technologies, which are wireless, SDN, security. I will tell you more during this video, but let's start from the very beginning. We say the old courses and the new course, our course, what's really different? Well, in one word, everything, but let me explain you the details. So, as I said, the old courses, they were never full. They were never including all the information. They were just giving you some information, an introduction about the course, and then you had to find the remaining information, which were 80% of the real information, and doing the work by yourself. I don't want to say that this is impossible, but of course, if you don't have solid foundations, and basically what we can see in our school is that few people really have solid foundations before arriving to us, you become anxious and scared of everything. This is really bad because you don't know. When you have ignorance, when you are not sure about what you're talking about, you become anxious. This is a matter of fact. This is not myself. It's not me that I'm saying these things. It's obvious. The opposite of ignorance is knowledge. When you have knowledge, when you come with us, you build solid foundation and you become relaxed because you know your stuff. You'll study, you'll take your time, of course, but you'll know your stuff and you'll become very confident and you can really, really arrive at CCIE level. But let's check here. What's the main problem about this system? The main problem of this system is that people arrive with no solid foundations, they receive only technical information, and they lose the motivation basically immediately. At the beginning seems everything fantastic because the price is incredibly cheap. People are funny and it seems like a game, but after a while that you play this game, you realize that you don't see the road in front of you. You don't know where the teacher is leading you. Or on the other side, if you find some trainer that gives you the information from only a technical point of view, this is extremely boring because, come on, you fall asleep when they start talking only about technical in a deep way and they don't give you any extra information around. What is this? Give me a connection between the real world and what you're talking about, because I know that you are doing this 24/7, but from my perspective, I'm new to the topic. I want to understand why I use this and for what in the real life, because otherwise it will be incredibly boring, and instead of making networking, let's do programming is the same, and probably you get even more money because if you become a real good programmer, you can get a huge amount of money. So this is something that doesn't work. Very simple. You find with no time. Why? Because the last thing you want to do is do the work. Of course, when you have a situation like this, where you don't have solid foundation, you are scared, anxious, you receive only technical information, you lose the motivation, you don't have any support at all, you'll find yourself with no time, boring stuff, you give up. This is what's going on with this kind of courses. The problem here, I mark it in purple, zero support. Zero support is really, really bad. Why they give you zero support? They give you zero support because they need to save money. They need to save money because they want to give you a very, very cheap course. So the deal is this. I give you, they say, I give you a cheap course, a very cheap course. They play on the price and they go down on the price, go down on the price. They make like a race. They make like a competition to see who can offer the lower price to give you the cheapest course. And then what you find is zero support. Of course, because if it's so cheap, if they don't pay anyone to help them, who can give you support? No one. And these people don't want to lose their time to give support to you. They just give you the information that, hey, this is cheap, you can't ask even my support. And from their perspective, they are also right. But this, again, ends up with a failure. You give up. And you won't be happy. Because when you don't have support and you don't understand, you realize that you pay something that doesn't work. I don't believe you are happy. I don't want to say that this system doesn't work for everyone, because this is not true. There are people that they can arrive at CCIE level through this way. There are people they are able to arrive at CCIE level even without this, just by themselves. They take a book, they read the book, and they start practicing on themselves, by themselves, and they arrive at CCIE level. This is absolutely true, I know. I'm not one of them. And to be really honest, I don't envy them because I'm different. I just realized in my life that when I want to arrive somewhere, I just need to go where the right information are, pay the money, get the information, I'm there. My goal is saving time. Because in my opinion, this is only an opinion, I believe that time is more important than money, because when you save time and you arrive at the right place with the right information, you get the best jobs, you save a lot of time, you get rid of the competition, you get a much higher salary. Well, that's the deal. I paid some money for my training, but after, what I get back is a very higher salary, and my return over investment is basically immediate. But let's see, because basically we analyze this and we understand that it's low cost, but it's no fun because it's very boring, and generally 99% of people here give up. Let's see what's the difference with our strategy. What's the difference with our system, which is completely new because this was never seen before. So 0 to CCIE 2021, this is something that really is going to destroy the old false beliefs in this market. And our bet is we are going to provide a system that really works for everyone, and everyone can arrive at CCIE level. So we are really sorry if someone will be angry because they got this position as a privilege for a very long time. This is over because we are arriving there with a new program that changes these rules and allow everyone to arrive fresh at CCIE level, and then the sky is the limit. If you live in the US, in the UK, or in certain European countries, like for example in the Netherlands, or in the UK, or in France, or in other countries where IT is very important, well, the sky is the limit. So let me tell you why our program is completely different from all the others that you will find. First of all, we don't start from the technical. And someone can be surprised, like, what do you mean you don't start from the technical? What are you talking about? CCIE is only technical. Well, I totally disagree. First of all, there is a huge difference between CCNA and CCNP and CCIE. Because you see, CCNA and CCNP are exams that are, of course, technical, but they are exams that you study, you go, you make the exam. Case over. This is the strategy for CCNA and CCNP. CCIE is completely different. CCIE requires a complete different strategy. CCIE requires a project, or to be more precise, a program. And guess who has to build the program? You. And if you don't know how to make it, well, that's where we arrive to teach you things. When you build the program, guess what you have to do? You need to work. You need to respect it. And this is where people start failing. And people don't understand this concept. Because you see, making a project, having an idea, making a plan, people do these things every day. Every day they wake up in the morning and they have ideas. Every day they wake up in the morning and they have projects. Every day they wake up in the morning and they want to change completely their life, their future. But after something happened, and sorry, regression to the mean, we even forgot what we wanted to do in the morning because we are not focused, we don't have the correct mindset, and we don't find the simplified information. So these are the three key elements we are going to provide to you: mindset, focus, simplified information, and this exact order. So why we start from the mindset? We start from the mindset because we'll teach you how to hack your brain. Your brain has to believe, first of all, that you need to arrive at CCIE level, because if you are skeptical of this, and there are so many people, we can see there are so many people skeptical, the skeptical doesn't do the work. The skeptical doesn't get any result. And then the skeptical starts saying, but these people arrived there because he's lucky. This person arrived there because they are in another level, they come from a certain family. This is all rubbish. All rubbish. It's these people that don't go anywhere because they are skeptical. So they have the wrong mindset. And we'll teach you this into the course, first of all, during the first weeks, we'll teach you how to hack your mind. You need to do it. You need to change the way your mind thinks, and you need to change what your mind believes. Because if you don't believe that you can arrive to CCIE level, you'll never arrive there. That's 100% sure. Because you're not going to do the actions to arrive there, because you're not believe. But if you start saying, hey, no, wait a second, I'm sure, 100%, I'm going there because I have my new mindset, I know how to focus, and most importantly, I have already the simplified information provided by us. We did all the work for you. You just have to arrive at the moment where you study the right information, getting the simplified material, and do the work. And believe me, when you have these three things all right, you are not going to stop, because you see already your future. You see already the change. But I will give you, of course, much more details during the course, because, of course, this is just an overview I'm giving you now, and I'm just giving you a small presentation, a short presentation, in order to introduce you the way we are going to distribute this incredible system to everybody. So the first thing we are going to give to you is 5 hours material per week. So this means that when you start your study, you'll find your first hour. So you'll start, if you are one of those that will buy this course during the presentation, so during the launch, you will have, first of all, a huge discount, because we always make discounts when it's time to launch a new program. And this is not new, this is incredibly new, completely new. It's something that never happened before in the history of IT. So of course, we'll make a very impressive launch. and will be all April. The April will be the month of the launch, and we will give you the details very soon because April is approaching. Today is 26th of March, so you'll get all this information very soon. But I was saying you'll get your first hour, and then the day after another hour, the day after another hour, and so on. So basically, you'll receive your material on a daily basis. To be more precise, you'll get week by week because we'll upload weekly material. But don't be surprised at the beginning if you say, oh, I want to do more, I want to do more. No, you don't do nothing more because you don't receive the 52 weeks and then you can do what you want at your speed. Because what we want is 5 hours per week. But this has to be done with consistency. So you need to do all the work we are giving you, and you are going to do all the exercise we are giving you. When I talk about exercises, I'm not talking about only technical stuff. I'm talking, especially at the beginning, about mindset, about focus. Because you see, before arriving at the simplified information, you need to have already the mind, the brain, completely prepared to receive the information. Because when you arrive here, at the very last portion of our program, you are not allowed to fail. We don't want you to fail. And we will give you also help to not fail, because unlike all the others, we provide you support at all times. Unlike all the others, we present you everything, not from a teacher perspective, but from a student perspective. From my perspective, I am the founder of carotol.com, and I'm not a technical person. I am a person who wants to show you that if I can get the CCIE, you can get the CCIE. So I will show you with this board every day my way of studying, my way of asking questions. I will collect all your questions, and I will connect you with a trainer on a weekly basis. So every week there will be questions and answers from the trainer, new material to study, new exercises to do, nothing that will destroy your habits, but your habits will change because you'll introduce this concept. 5 hours per week, which means 1 hour per day, every day, 5 days a week. You have to memorize this. 5 hours per week means 1 hour per day, every day, 5 days a week. This is possible under any circumstance, under any situation. This is absolutely possible for everybody. Are you working? Very good. You can make it. You are unemployed? You can make it. You are on holiday? You can make it. Everyone can find 1 hour every day. Everyone. If they don't, it's because they lie. And I will explain this during the course. If you are one of those people saying, I don't have 1 hour, it's not true. Take your damn phone and check how many hours you spend on this phone. You have 1 hour. It's just that you are not using your time as you should work, because no one gave you this kind of information. And if you don't do that, then you don't arrive at your result, and then you really want to arrive at another level, but you can't because you feel you don't have time. So it's a circle here. I know this situation. I see people frustrated because they are in an office and they get orders continuously because they want to stay always at the same position without moving up on the ladder of the organization. And they keep receiving orders all the time, and they say, I don't have time. But if you want to have time, the secret is what I'm telling you. You have to find 1 hour per day, every day, 5 days a week. And you need to get some good information there. You need to introduce on your brain some very crucial information there, continuously. So even if you're not interested in our material, you are not interested in Cisco CCIE, but in any case, this is the way you need to act if you want to change. So in this presentation, of course, I'm talking about Cisco CCIE, so I will continue, but in any case, this is the way for changing, for hacking the brain, and I will explain you how, because this is not something that I can explain in 1 hour, but I will give you all the information to hack your brain and to build habits, good habits. So what we teach you from a student perspective is everything, all these things. So we'll teach you how to build self-discipline. This is so important because you see, it's the opposite of motivation. When people give you motivation on the videos you find on YouTube, look around. They say, hey, you have to study this, study this, study this. Ah, this is fantastic. Ah, this is amazing. Ah. Guys, doesn't work. I'm so sorry. No, doesn't work for you. Maybe works for them, but not for you. If you start jumping from one thing to another one continuously, you're not a multitask person. You're just a person who's losing a lot of time. And just then, at the end, they say, oh, I have no time. And you find motivation through this video. This is not something that is working. I'm really sorry. If you want to arrive at your result, you need to build self-discipline. Very simple. Self-discipline. This means that you don't have motivation, the same thing. You don't have motivation, you wake up, you have to do your 1 hour per day. And I'm there making the same thing with you because I'm making this 1 hour. I show you what I'm doing, you just follow what I'm doing. Probably you'll go faster than me because, again, I'm not a technical person, and when I explain something, it's because I really understand 100%. And what we have is, we have with us the best CCIE trainer in the world, person that is specialized in CCIE only, has 2 CCIEs, 1 in routing and switching, 1 in service provider, has been teaching CCIE for over 15 years in class. So people from the US, from the UK, they were coming to Thailand before the pandemic, and they were studying here in Thailand with us between 2 and 3 months, 8 hours per day, 5 days a week. This is another story, another level, because it's 40 hours per week. Now we are asking you 5 hours. Why? Why we reduce so much? But because we make the program not in 3 months, because of course we cannot, but we make it in 1 year, and we teach you how to study at home. You don't have to take the plane and come into Thailand, because now it's even impossible. I mean, not impossible, but if you come, you have to make quarantine, 14 days. I made it, but not everyone is available or wants to do something like that. We cannot expect our students to move in this moment with the pandemic. So we engineer this that kills all the excuses you may have. Because now, people they're inventing a lot of the excuses. COVID has became the biggest excuse ever for not doing the work. Be careful, I am really impressed in a negative way about the situation. COVID is really bad, and a lot of people died. Over 2,500,000 people died. So it's a really bad situation. But people are using this to create excuses. I don't find the work because of COVID. No, you don't find the work because you are not adapting yourself to the market. And people say, no, but I have the certification, but I don't find the work. Well, for sure you didn't study with us. You study with something like this, because if you study with us, you have solid foundation. We even teach you how to go and find the best positions. So you can't, using these excuses, saying, this doesn't work. It's not true. Doesn't work a solution where you don't build solid foundation, where you act only based on motivation, you don't have support, you find yourself bored, of course doesn't work. How can work that? How can work if you don't like what you're doing? How can work? Doesn't work. If you want to have a system that works, you need to have a really strong self-discipline, and we are going to teach you. We need to have support at all times, and we are going to give you only support. because it will be a course based on support. Again, I am the student, I will study, I will ask questions to the trainer, and I will publish all the answers. But this is not enough, because asking my questions is not enough. I will collect the questions of each of you who will join the program, and I will present the list of the questions to the trainer, and I will read, I will check all the answers, and we will make videos weekly or monthly with all the questions received. So will be something never seen before. The beauty is that I will be able to see questions from other people, something that I wouldn't be able to think by myself, because everyone is different. Everyone sees different perspectives on a problem, and what we are going to find are the solutions. This is a course which represents really a solution to a problem. How to get the CCIE? We have the solution. We have the solution. The CCIE, you can get it in this way. You can get it only if you study from a student perspective. And I am the student, I'm in front of you, I have the whiteboard here, everything will be recorded, everyone can understand, everyone can arrive there. There's no possibility to stop, because the only thing you have to do, 5 hours per week. So you'll build a habit, will give you the way to hack your brain and to build this new good habit that will kill some bad habit you have at the moment. And this introduction of these 5 hours per week will change your life. You are going to change your life. We want only your success, because your success will be my success. When I finish the course, I will go, I will make the exam, I will make videos. When I go to make the exam, I'll try to make the exam. Maybe I'll fail, but if I fail, the only thing I have to do is coming back home, when it will be possible to travel again, and start studying again and showing you why I failed and what I have to do to pass this CCIE, because I want it. At the end, I will get it, because I decided I want it. So if you follow what I'm doing, you are going to get my same result, probably before me, because again, I'm not a pure technical person. So what I'm going to show you is something that you're going to understand 100%. This is a matter of fact. Now, to verify really why our program works is because, and now I'm moving here, you will have fun here. You will have fun because when we arrive to the technical part, you are going to build incredibly solid foundation at CCNA and CCNP level. And the beauty is that when you arrive at the technical part and you arrive to CCNA and CCNP, you'll see how easy it will be arriving to get those certifications if you still don't have. But you have the choice. We don't force you to prepare the exams. You have the option, because there will be these milestones, CCNA and CCNP milestones. And we'll tell you, hey, this is the moment. If you're interested, you can go and you can get your CCNA. If you're interested, you can go, you can get your CCNP. Personally, I have already a CCNP. I won't go to make these exams because I already made them, and I'm not interested in this moment to make these exams. But if you don't have, will be a good moment for you to go and get them. I'm personally interested to arrive directly CCIE level, starting from zero, but starting from zero, so before CCNA level, because I want to start everything from the very beginning. This is the only way to build solid foundation, starting from the very beginning. Refresh everything. We need to start from zero. We need to relearn everything, unlearn something that we understood in a bad way before, and we need to relearn based on the new information we receive from the trainer. And we'll build solid foundation together, and we arrive to CCIE level together. So the program is 1 year time, 1 year. We are thinking about 52 weeks at the moment. This is our project, but again, every week will be, there will be 5 hours uploaded. So we can't tell you today if there will be 52, 56, 58, 62. We don't know how many weeks you will receive. But for sure 52 is the minimum. Because to make all this stuff, 5 hours per week, introducing also mindset, focus, elements, plus all the technical part will be minimum 52 weeks. This we know because we have already all the technical product ready, but we said we don't want to distribute this product like before because we want this time not only people with already solid foundation arriving at the end, but everyone. We want everyone. There are people, they are there, almost there, but they miss self-discipline to arrive there. There are people, they are almost there, but there is support at all times to arrive there. There are people, they are almost there, but they miss the student perspective. So they have only the teacher say, oh, no, I don't want to learn. But if you don't learn, and you listen to a student who's learning, the game changes completely because you are not learning. You are listening to a student. So you are listening like, this is like a movie where you see someone who doesn't know anything, me, myself, who's studying. And I'm asking the questions to the trainer. And I'm trying to understand. And don't be surprised, during the training, you'll be amazed because so many times you'll understand faster than me. But this is something that we want. We have people, I have students already asking me to join this training. I know them, they're already 10 times technical than me. And I know it. They are working at a certain level already with technologies. They are making migration with MPLS, but they want this because they need to stay there, focusing on this, starting from where they left several years ago for moving to specific portions of the program. And they want to start from zero. They want to refresh everything. So this will be an incredible, powerful training, never seen before. This is a game changer. This is something that is going to change really the rules of the IT. So this is not a training that can be missed. This is something massive, and this is something that has to be joined and needs to become your habit. This will be a replacement for those boring time you had. So imagine, people, they say to me, I don't have time. Well, from now, you understand that you'll have time because you'll need to find these 5 hours per week. And believe me, you replace all those moments where you were looking TV, maybe the news. No, there's no news here. There is only CCIE news. What's going on with the CCIE journey? There's only one thing ongoing, CCIE, nothing else. Then I make a disclaimer here, of course, the very beginning of the training, I will explain you that the first thing, we have to think about our families, we have to think about our children, we have to think about our wife, our husband, we have to think about who's living with us, because of course we don't want to sacrifice happiness, staying with the family. We need to spend also quality time with the family. But it's very crucial, if you love your family, what you have to do, you have to create better conditions for them. So you need to arrive to find a very good position for yourself, earning not decent but incredible good money, and learning, and you need to enjoy your stuff. You need to have fun learning new technologies. You need to have fun, feeling yourself confident. You go to work, yes, I can learn 300,000 things today, and tomorrow if I want, I resign and I find a better position because everyone is looking for me. This is the mind you have to, not, oh no, sorry, but it doesn't work, no one. No, it doesn't work. The skeptical never get anything in his life. Never. The skeptical is the person who start all the discussion here based on this. Based on I need to save money. I need to save money. The skeptical reason like this. The skeptical doesn't say, I invest money for earning more money, because doesn't have in his mind a vision of opportunities. See the world like a limited place where there's nothing, where there's no opportunity, where people who have already money, developed mind and riches and a lot of opportunities as lucky. They say, they're lucky. They don't see all the work they do, but they see only, no, there's nothing to do. Better saving money. They don't get support. They get frustrated and they say, I have no time, and anyway it doesn't work. So better I go back to drink beers. This is the skeptical. We read them all day. We shouldn't, but we read the comments. Just to give you some idea, we published on one ad on Facebook my story where I was telling what I was doing when I was young. When I arrived in London, I was a dishwasher, and I'm proud of saying that because this is what I did. I was a dishwasher. I was with another friend of mine from Mauritius, Patrick was called, and I say hello to him if maybe he's looking at me now. But we were very young, and we were dishwasher together. And I was in London doing this job, and people don't believe that. Say, no, it's impossible. If you are working in Cisco, you weren't a dishwasher. Not true. If you were a dishwasher, maximum you could move from dishwasher to chef. If you were a dishwasher, you will stay in the kitchen all your life. Guys, I'm sorry, the skeptical stay where they are. This is the problem. If you are skeptical, it's a way you are using your mind. The skeptical is always like this, no, that it doesn't work, so not spending money because I lose the money, so stay where I am, there's no option, I will never have a better future than what I have now. Not true. This is not true. I was a dishwasher, then I decided to study these things, and then I founded carotul.com. And everyone can do what I'm doing. Because think about it, if you are in the US or in the UK, the English is your native language, imagine the opportunities you have. I know that my Italian accent is very strong, and I keep talking and I keep having students, and I know that my friend and the partner in this journey, Arpit Pandit, 2 CCIEs, one in routing and switching, one in service provider, has a strong Indian accent, but who cares? People from the US and from the UK study with us. Why? Because they want to arrive to get a program that works. They want to arrive to CCIE. And imagine if you have native, English native speaker, the opportunities you can have when you master these technologies. You can open your school in the US. You can open your school in the UK. You just need to get the information. Only this. And we are the only one who have this information. And we provide you a plan, we provide you a way to hack your mind, we provide you a way to become self-disciplined, we provide you information about all the technical portion of the exam. Passing the exam, we even give you information about how to get the best jobs. Specifically in the UK, in the US. In London, we have so many contacts. In New York, we have so many contacts. In the US, there is a huge market. In the UK, there is a huge market for a network engineer. So guys, you need absolutely to find this situation to be adapted on yourself. You need to make a decision, a committed decision, respect it, because this is the way you are going to change your life. So here, you are going to change your life, you are going to reach success. So I believe I told you everything. Today is 26th of March. We are going to make the launch of the program incredibly soon. So I'm receiving so many emails, requests from my students about the cost of the program, because our students don't even want to know these things, because they know already basically everything. And now that I'm telling them that I'm going to add these portions is exactly what they were looking for, because they know how we work and they just wanted this, and now we are giving them this. Our students are basically already at a success level as soon as they will purchase the course. So the others, the skepticals, have to find a little bit of peace with themselves. They have to be quiet and try to think, because being skeptical doesn't lead to anywhere. You need to understand that either you're happy to make the job by yourself with this kind of information, where you have to study on yourself, finding your motivation by yourself, or the solution is here. You purchase the information from the experts, and this is not a program only from the experts, but this is a program from a student asking an expert, getting the CCIE, all from zero and all for everybody. So nothing will be left off. Everything will be available for you during the course. We'll have fun together. Will be an incredible journey. Will be something that we'll never forget. We'll learn how to study. We are going to change our life together. So personally, when they say to me, hey, but at the end, because today I want to tell something, because I'm reading the comments sometimes, and I have to say something sometimes. I cannot always stay silent. Sometimes I read, hey, no, but at the end, the only people who get the money, it's you, and all the others, they don't get anything, they only lose money. These people don't understand what they're talking about. I'm really sorry. They don't understand what they're talking about. And they don't understand why our students and these people get success and get results. These people believe that a win-win situation doesn't exist. So they believe that in a transaction, when someone buys something, there is one person who's losing money, the buyer, and a person earning money, the seller, myself in this case. So I'm selling something, so I get money, and my student lose money automatically. They reason in this way. They don't believe that it can be a win-win situation in life. Whilst the life is made on win-win situations if you are looking the way the life really works. Because if I sell a course that really works, and honestly, trust me, you are not, if you are skeptical, you are not more clever than my students, because no one purchases courses that cost thousands of dollars and they lose the money, because they will come here to Thailand even making the quarantine to find me, if that was the case. This is not the case. People purchase the course because they want to arrive at another level. They made the math. Our students make the math. They say, okay, how much time take me to arrive at CCIE level if I study alone? Or they ask themselves, will I arrive at CCIE level if I study by myself? Yes or no? And they say, how much this course cost? How much more money I will earn if I get the CCIE? So they make the math, and they realize that if they purchase our program, they have a return over investment in few months, maybe few weeks. And then their life is completely changed. And they have fun at work. And they have a future, because when you have this certificate, you don't have only a piece of paper showing you that you are a CCIE engineer, but you changed your mind. Your mind changes. You understand that before when you were skeptical, you were feeling so clever and you believe that all the others are so stupid. When you're here, you say, oh my God, I passed the CCIE, but I realize I don't know anything. And I have to learn much more, because there are other technologies I don't know anything about. I just scratched the surface here. So you'll understand that you are not so clever like you believe when you are here bored, losing a lot of time looking for motivation and earning nothing, saying the life is unfair, the society is unfair. There's nothing unfair here. There is only a decision to make. Either getting the correct information and changing the way you're approaching the problems, going to the people who have the solutions for you, or making everything by yourself. These are the two possibilities. If you make everything by yourself and you arrive to get a CCIE, you have all my respect. But if you stay here between the skepticals and you keep complaining, saying nothing works, I don't understand, anyway, even if you have the CCIE, you don't have a job, this is rubbish. I'm really sorry. If you have the CCIE, not only you have a job, but you have a huge, bright future in front of you. And this is the situation, the current situation. Just Google it. Just Google it. Check if CCIE is in demand or not, and you will receive the answer from Google. So, again, and to conclude this video, we are going to launch this program very soon. If you are skeptical, this is the last call. Better you change your approach to the problems. Don't believe that you are smarter than the others. You are smarter than the others only if you are already CCIE and you got certified by yourself. In that case, again, all my respect. I won't do that. I will use the best CCIE trainer in the world, Harpreet Pandit. 2 CCIEs, one in routing and switching, one in service provider. Why? Because I want to arrive there fast and I want to build incredible, solid foundations. And I will have a lot of fun during the journey because, of course, when you start understanding everything, you'll have fun. Guys, if you are joining our course, you are going to, let's say, how can I say this? You are going to change somehow. You need to keep only the important things with you, your family, your children, your wife, your husband, all your parents, all the people you love. You have to prioritize them and you have to talk to them and say, hey, I made a committed decision. I decided to change my life. Of course, I will stay with you. We will be more happy. I will use one hour per day. In this 1 hour, I'm going to transform the quality of our life because we are going to earn a lot of money. I'm going to have a fantastic job. I'm going to have a fantastic career. I'm going to become a real CCIE engineer. Try to make everyone understand what you're doing because this is taking your time because we understand 5 hours every day, every week is not a little amount of time. You'll realize it. When you're going to do it with us, for real, you realize it. It's not so little. And little by little, you realize that you want to make more gradually because you will believe self-confidence. You will believe self-discipline and you'll see the results and you won't never stop when you see the results. You want to have more. This is human nature. This is what is going to happen here. So talk to them if you are already decided to join our program. Say, hey, I made this committed decision. I'm going to be a CCIE. Our life will change. We'll get what we want. I just need to study to arrive there. There will be a moment of sacrifice. There will be. Because when you study, you are isolated. You are not with your family. You are studying. You are on your own studying that hour. But what you are getting back is huge. You are getting back a nice work, much more money that you earn now, and insurance against unemployment because there's no CCIE unemployed. Who tells you this? They don't even know what they're talking about. But most importantly, you are creating a complete different future for you and for who you love. So talk to them, say, I decided, now I'm just waiting for the final offer after I will join this course, and for 5 hours every week, I will need to follow this material religiously. I will need to follow this training applying what they are telling me to do. And you'll see during the course that I'm not giving you any magic pill, because they don't exist. People who want the magic pills are here, are the skepticals. I'm not giving you anything. I'm giving you the work. You'll need to do the work. I will need to do the work. We'll do the work together. We'll get CCIE certified together April 2022. So be ready, because we are starting. We'll have a lot of fun, but we'll also have to do the work. So be prepared, organize yourself. We'll be very busy here. You are going to be very busy there, but at the end, we'll receive a huge prize. And during the first introductory videos, I will explain you how to create the prize for yourself. So start thinking about your prize, what you really want to have to celebrate when you'll get your CCIE. Personally, I decided to purchase a car. I discussed already with my wife about this and my children, because my older son, he's 6 years old, is a fan of cars. Okay, I didn't consider the Lamborghini, these things, because I'm not a person who wants to arrive at that level with cars, because I have a large family. I have 3 children, and we can't go with Lamborghini. My older son has to understand this, but we'll understand. I decided for a Ford Everest, which is very popular here in Thailand. It's a beautiful car and has 7 seats, so it's really nice. It's really convenient for all the family, and everyone likes it. Also my older son, after accepting the Lamborghini cannot be even considered, is liking this new car. So this will be my goal. When I will get the CCIE, I will purchase the Ford Everest, which cost almost 2 million baht. Now, I don't know exactly in euro or in dollars how much. I think it's about 45,000 or I believe less than 50,000. I have to make the math. I'm not thinking about Thai baht at the moment, so it's about 1,800,000 or 2 million bahts, more or less. And I will buy, because when I arrive there, I will buy this, I will celebrate with this car, and I will make everyone happy. So I'm explaining everyone, Papa has to study. When I talk to my children, Papa has to study, because when I will get the CCIE, I will buy the car. And so everyone is quiet. And no one come in the studio asking for me when I have my 1 hour or 2 hour study, because they know that I'm working towards the car. So think about what you want, and something that has to be, of course, reasonable, something that has to be useful for you or for your family, but also something that is really something that you really want, that you really always wanted, and you never dared to buy something reasonable, honestly, something that can make everyone happy in your family, and talk to them and present this as a price, as a, let's say, compensation for the time that you are investing in this project. And when you made this, you have to create like a scenario, a vision board, where you keep this image in front of you all the time. And I'm going to do this today. I will print an image of the Ford Everest. And already some of my American students will start with me, because sometimes we have a joke, and they will say, okay, but your son is right, because the Lamborghini, also you are Italian, you should buy a Lamborghini. I am American, I want to buy a Lamborghini. You are Italian and you buy a Ford? Yes, I am Italian and I like the American car, because this Ford Everest is amazing. It's amazing because it's exactly what we need here, because 7 seats, all the children will be happy there, and is the correct size for me, and it's a really nice car. I really like Ford. And do the same, print this image of what you want, what you consider as a prize for your success, and you'll have a double success when you arrive there. You'll have a double success. First, you'll get your CCIE, and you'll change your life, because you'll have your CCIE, you'll change your mind, you arrive to understand things that now you cannot even dare to think. You arrive to understand all these concepts, you will be able to configure anything in routing and switching, and you will understand everything about the new blueprint Cisco created, including wireless, security, SDN. And at the same time, you'll get what you really want as a compensation for the time you invested on this. And you're working towards this. You're working towards something really nice that you want and you can see. And you have really not a motivation, but you will build a huge self-discipline which will be 10 times stronger than motivation. Because you have the goal. You know that if you make this, you can arrive there, you can get both. And you can use one as an excuse to get the other one. And again, also this, because we are not skepticals, win-win situation. I get the CCIE, I get the car. So guys, start thinking. This is the time for making the project. When we start the program, there will be the first portion, because we said mindset, focus. Here, I will teach you how to do these things that I'm talking about now. You'll make your project, you create your plan. I will give you all the information in a Google spreadsheet. You'll need to make the work. This will be fun, really fun, because it will be the moment where we are designing our adventure, but after, you have to do the work with our simplified information. The big fun will start there, because there we will arrive to understand everything. We arrive at CCNA, CCNP level, solid foundations. We'll go straight to CCIE. We'll hack our brain. We'll get support all the time, self-discipline, everything from a student perspective. We are going to change our life and we'll reach success. We'll get our prize. Guys, this is the moment to make a committed decision. Make it now. Don't hesitate, because if you hesitate, you become skeptical and you'll fail. These people are always, always unhappy. They will never find their way in their life. And they will always say, everything is so unfair and society is bad. It's designed bad, it's so unfair. It's not unfair, it's because you are skeptical. You need to change your mind. You need to see the opportunities and you need to jump on the opportunities. And this one is the biggest opportunities in IT ever presented. So it's the time to jump on this train. So the presentation, the final presentation, will arrive in a few hours. So be ready, don't miss this, because we are writing a chapter that is going to change your life and is going to taking you from 0 to CCIE level and to a success. So thank you very much and talk to you soon.